Good day, students. Have you ever thought about how the things you use daily, like your phone, your clothes, or even the food you eat, fit into a bigger picture? Welcome to the world of economics, where gross national product or GNP helps us understand how countries are doing.
Gross national product is the value of all commodities and services generated by a nation's citizens and enterprises. Regardless of the site of production, it calculates the value of the finished goods and services produced by citizens of a country. Gross national product does not include foreign residents' domestic income, but it does include residents' income from international investment. In calculating for gross national product, it has four main components we must consider. Government spending is another factor considered in the gross national product calculation. Example of this are the bridges, roads, military, and education. Second is the consumption expenditures. It is said that about 2/3 of the gross domestic product in any given year comes from household consumption expenditures, making them the largest contributor to the gross domestic product. This indicates that one of the main forces behind the economy is the spending choices made by consumers. Consumer spending is the larger component of gross national product. Third component is the investment expenditure. The entire amount spent on capital goods by all businesses. Example of this are the land, plant, machinery investment as well as inventory changes. Last components are the export and imports. Products and services produced in one nation and offered for sale to clients in other nations are known as exports, while products and services manufactured elsewhere and offered for sale to domestic consumers are known as import. According to Philippine Statistic Authority, the commodity group with the highest annual increment in the value of export in August 2024 was other manufactured goods with $191.75 million. 2024, the commodity group with the highest annual increment in the value of imported goods was electronic product with $201.44 million. Here's how we compute for gross national product. GNP is commonly calculated by taking the sum of personal consumption, private domestic investment, government expenditure, net export, and any income earned by residents from overseas investment. Then, we subtract the income earned by foreign residents. Let's try this example. For a small economy, the following data is provided for the year. Consumption expenditure, 500 million, investment expenditure, 300 million, government spending, 200 million, exports, 150 million, and imports, 100 million. And net income from abroad amounted to 40 million. So, following the gross national product formula, we need to first get the net export, where export is amounted to 150 million minus the import of 100 million is equals to 50 million. And for the final calculation, gross national product is equals to 500 million plus 300 million plus 200 million plus 50 million and plus 40 million is equals to 1,090,000.
Moving on, let's talk about GNP per capita. GNP per capita represents the annual value of all goods and services produced by a nation. But it doesn't stop at national borders. It includes income from investments made by the nation's citizens and businesses abroad. When we divide this value by the total population, we get an average income per person. Essentially, GNP per capita helps us understand the country's economic productivity on a personal level. Now, let's differentiate GNP from GDP. While gross domestic product or GDP measures the value of goods and services produced within a nation's borders, it includes contributions from both domestics and international workers based within the country. GNP, on the other hand, takes into account the output produced by a nation's citizens and businesses, whether they are inside or outside the country. So, GDP emphasizes location, anything produced within the borders, while GNP emphasizes nationality, following the economic activities of a country's people no matter where they are. This distinction is crucial for understanding a nation's economy as it tells us how much of a country's wealth is generated through international engagement. Let's consider an example. Imagine a country with a gross national product that's higher than its gross domestic product. This indicates that its citizens, businesses, and corporations are generating a substantial income from activities outside the country's borders. Essentially, they're bringing net inflows back into the economy through foreign operations such as investments, businesses, or jobs. Such a difference highlights the country's global economic presence and suggests its active involvement in international trade, finance, or production. This can be seen as a strength, signaling that the country's economy is benefiting from resources and markets outside its physical boundaries. So, why GNP is important? GNP is an essential economic indicator because it offers a more complete picture of a country's financial health. Economists use GNP to assess economic issues such as inflation, poverty, and wealth distribution. Unlike GDP, which is limited to activities within the borders, GNP accounts for income generated by citizens and businesses globally. This makes it especially useful for understanding economic well-being on an individual level. For countries with a large overseas presence or international workforce, GNP becomes a more accurate measure of their economic impact and individual prosperity, giving a reliable metric for both national and international economic activities. Now that you have a clearer picture of GNP and its role in measuring economic activity, consider how this knowledge can empower you. Whether you aim to deepen your understanding of economics, make informed choices as a consumer, or even explore career paths that impact the economy, this knowledge opens up possibilities. Remember, the economy isn't just numbers and charts, it's influenced by individual choices and global connections. Each of us has the power to shape the future, one decision at a time. Thank you for watching, and we hope you learned something.